Amortization is basically just like depreciation. It's a deduction for intangible assets that you acquire over over a certain period of time. Section 197 says most intangible assets that you acquire through in connection with the purchase of a trade or business are going to be deductible over a 15-year period, beginning in the month in which the intangible asset is acquired. It's just straight line, and I think it says here somewhere the beginning of the month. So there's no mid-month here. It's you get full month. I don't know where that wording is, but you get a full month, and no matter when you bought, no matter when you bought the asset, you can see it in effect here. On June 1, they purchased this cafe, and you can see you get a full 7 months of amortization expense. Mid-month would have assumed that was placed in service June 15th, and you'd only get 6.5/12. So you get a full month amortization rule for intangible assets. There are other rules for self-created intangibles, so read through that. And I think that does it. We're not going to cover depletion in this class. Let's get down to these tables. This 5.10 defines the tables that you're going to use for depreciating assets, but really you can just go right here to the next page. This table is what you'll use for personal property, assuming the half-year convention. So if you know you get the standard half-year convention applies, then you use this table. And for depreciating an asset, say it's the first year, pretend like additional depreciation and 179 don't apply. If you've got a $10,000 asset, all you do is you multiply, because it's year one, you bought it this year, you just multiply 10,000 times this percentage. If you notice, these percentages all add up to 100%. So it's just the percentage of the cost that gets deducted that year. You can see here, this takes into account the half-year convention being 20%, because normally you would double straight line. That's what double declining balance means. So $10,000, let's say, divided by 5 years would be $2,000 per year. Then you double it to $4,000. That would be 40%. Half-year convention means you take half. And then here's the last year. You take half of what you were taking. You take the second half I'm kind of, let me see if I can explain that better. You get a half of 1 year in the first year, and then you have 4 full years of depreciation, and then you get half a year in the 6th year. Okay, so that sums to 5 years total. 7-year property, you just use this column right here. Again, these add up to 100%. You get half of a normal first year in the first year, and then you get half in the last year. So that's what the half-year convention means. When mid-quarter applies, you're going to use this table right here. That is, when they bought more than 40% of their tangible property in the 4th quarter, you're going to use this to depreciate all the assets for the whole year. So if you have 5-year property, you come to this middle section. If the asset was bought in the 3rd quarter, year 1, you use 15% right here. So this is just a partial table. See this partial table. Normally there would be all of the recovery periods in here for 5-year property. That would be 1 through 6 here. And you just keep using this mid-quarter table for every year of an asset's life. Then we have make a straight line for real property. It assumes the mid-month convention. You have residential property right here. You're not going to use this one. This is for assets placed in service before 93. So non-residential property uses this 39-year life right now. And again, it's mid-month. These factors already have that factored in. So if you buy a warehouse in April, all you do is you come to this 4th month, year 1, and it's 1.819%. That's 1.8% times the cost, and that's your depreciation deduction. Okay, so use the right table. This is depreciation. This is straight line. So mainly you're going to be using the first 3 tables. Okay, that's chapter 5. Let me know if you have any questions.